Welcome back to Favorite Fits, everyone's favorite mock draft show here at the Draft Network's YouTube channel. I am Trevor Sikkema. This week, we have the pleasure of breaking down Brentley Weissman's mock draft 5.0 that was released earlier this week. We've already done mock the mock. We've talked about some of the draft picks that I wasn't a fan of. Now we get to praise Brentley for some of his awesome draft picks that he had, because there's a ton of them and there's a lot to choose from, but we got to start with the Los Angeles Chargers and what he had them doing. He had them making a move from number 13, which is where they are drafting, back to number 18, trading back with the Miami Dolphins. And he had the Chargers getting USC offensive lineman Elijah Vera-Tucker. I love the pick and I love the move, because when you look at the Chargers, if they were on the board there at 13, I think offensive line's got to be the move. But if Penei Sewell is off the board, if Rashawn Slater's off the board, you can get creative with how you move back a little bit, because guys like Christian Darrisaw, Jalen Mayfield, Tevin Jenkins, Samuel Cosme, and yes, Elijah Vera-Tucker, they were all still on the board. So you pick up the phone, you get a couple of extra draft picks, and you get the guy that you need. And so that's why I love this pick. I love the move. I love the selection. Loved everything here. This is why it's a favorite fit here in this mock draft. For this next pick, we're taking a big leap. We're going all the way down to number 31 overall, where Weissman had the Kansas City Chiefs selecting Alabama center, interior offensive lineman, whatever you want to call him. He's got the size to play everywhere, Landon Dickerson. And this has been a prospect that a lot of people, the more that they have watched his tape, especially this year, the more they have loved. The medical history, it's tough because he's been hurt a lot, and you just wonder how durable he is going to be going into the NFL. But man, if he's healthy, he's one of the best interior offensive linemen here. And when you look at the Chiefs and you look at how and why they lost that Super Bowl against the Buccaneers, it was because of deficiencies in the trenches, mainly on the offensive line. And yeah, it was because of the injuries, which were bad luck to their offensive tackles. But the Chiefs selecting a guy like Landon Dickerson is perfect, because they already have the caliber of a team to win a Super Bowl. I think their core is still in place. And so you take a risk, back end of the first round, go get an offensive lineman who could be an impact guy, if healthy, down the stretch. I think this is a great pick for Kansas City. Last but not least, if we were picking at number 31, the selection before, that means there's only one more to choose from. It's number 32 with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where Weissman has them taking Christian Barmore, the interior defensive lineman from Alabama. Now, does Christian Barmore make it to number 32? Probably not, but this is what the mock draft is. And so I got to point it out. I got to say that I love it, because it also makes a lot of sense for the Buccaneers. When you look at their roster makeup, you look at the guys who might not be there next year as the Bucs go to defend their Super Bowl title. Shaq Barrett's a free agent. Lavonte David's a free agent. Same with Chris Godwin. Okay, these are big players there, but I think they're going to work their magic to bring those three guys back. It might come at the expense of some of their veterans that they had on the team this year. Leonard Fournette, maybe Rob Gronkowski, but I figure he's probably back anyways. Dominican Sue, Antonio Brown. When I look at who you need to spend this pick on at the back end of the first round, if you can't bring back Sue, bring in a pass rush interior defensive lineman like Barmore to play next to an anchor, gap stuffer, monster in the middle of Vita Vea. This one makes a ton of sense for me, not just next year for the Bucs title defense, but also in the long run as well. So this is a fantastic pick if Barmore can make it to 32. That's all the mock draft madness for me this week. Well, that's not technically true. That's all the mock draft madness that I'm going to have for Brentley's mock draft. We are doing a live mock draft series every Thursday and Sunday at the Draft Network's YouTube channel. Also, if you haven't seen the latest episode of Hear Me Out, it's fantastic. We talk about Deshaun Watson. We talk about Dak Prescott. It's great. Check it out. Like, subscribe.